Hi, it's Cassie Hicks-Kerr from Modern Marketing Spark. In this video, I'm going to talk about what to do if you need income quickly, and my advice is get off social media and focus on your list. But actually you can use social media to build your list, and that's what we're going to cover in this video. Just before I start, I want to let you know about a Google Plus freebie. If you're not on Google Plus, you really ought to check it out. And here I've got 10 tips, very easy ways to get started building a business on Google Plus. Just go to mmspark.com/G plus freebie and download your free guide. So just imagine the situation with a client. I love this, that moment when the light bulb goes on, that aha moment. Suddenly your client gets it. Their eyes light up, they can see how a small change to their marketing is going to make a massive difference to their income. It's really exciting, and that's why I love what I do. Also, I realise I don't have to be super clever or the world's biggest expert to help people. Sometimes just talking through challenges with an experienced professional, someone who's got no emotional attachment to your business, who's objective, who can look at things with a fresh pair of eyes, can totally change your results. And I've had this happen so many times recently, and I absolutely love it. And it's amazing seeing people get really fantastic results with their business. So working with a new client recently, I had an FBO, what some people call an FBO, a flash of the blindingly obvious. Now it's for them and for me. And I don't want to sound critical, but this is quite a common situation, and that's why I wanted to create this video and to blog about this, where paying customers are being ignored while precious limited resources, marketing time and money is being spent on social media, and particularly it seems on Facebook. So instead of looking after the customers you've got, people are often spending money on Facebook looking for new customers. Now, I didn't know when I heard this recently whether to laugh or cry, or whether to shout, or whether to put a silly pirate hat on. Laugh, because the solution to me was so obvious, and it's so easy to fix, and it's very easy to say that. I know I don't want to sound smug, but it's easy to say that when you're outside the wood and you can see the trees. And that's why I would always recommend that you work with a mentor or get someone in to look at your business as a one-off session if you can't afford to work with somebody regularly, because other people can see what you can't because you're so close to your business. I also didn't know whether to cry, because this business owner that I met with was absolutely run ragged, working hours and hours, working into the small hours of the night, every night, keeping the business going, providing fantastic service and customer service, but desperately short of cash. So while the party's happening over on Facebook, they were completely ignoring an obvious source of income right underneath their noses, and a complete gold mine, and the gold mine was sitting there gathering dust while they're over spending money and time on Facebook. So the gold mine is their mailing list, and they had a mailing list of paying customers that they weren't communicating with. So there's two lessons here that you can apply to any business. Number one, if you've ever had any customers, stay in touch with them. And that sounds so obvious, doesn't it? And so trite in a way, but I keep coming across this situation where people have got lists of customers, people who've actually bought with them and worked with them and know them and like their services and products, but they're not being communicated with. And there's so many different ways to stay in touch. It doesn't have to just be email, it could be social media, communities, groups. I know some businesses are even sending snail mail, but it doesn't matter so long as you're communicating regularly. Existing customers are more likely to buy from you, especially if they've had a good experience, and I'm assuming that they have. They're also going to refer business, and not only will you get money from those customers buying from you again, but they're going to recommend and refer you because they know, like and trust you, and that's really, really powerful. And you've probably heard this, it's 10 times cheaper to market to an existing customer than to go out looking for new business. So my top tip, I know I'm bashing this on the head, but the best way is to stay in regular contact with your customers, and I would do that through email marketing and either a blog or a newsletter. So you're not just constantly sending out promotional emails, but with a blog or a newsletter you can share content and tell your stories and just make it a much more rounded experience. It used to be quite a palaver to do email marketing, but now you've got services like Aweber and MailChimp that make it so easy to have professional templates and to send out professional looking emails that comply with the canned spam laws. You've got no excuse now. MailChimp is completely free. Aweber's got a free trial, and you can use their templates, you can schedule things in advance, and you can use their setup wizard. So really, really easy to get your email marketing and use that to your blog in place now. Top tip number 2 is to contact your list with a special offer. So this particular client that was desperate for cash and said, oh, January is a really cash poor, difficult month for us, I suggested that they send an offer, either discount coupon, a buy one get one free, an end of line special, a January special, doesn't matter, pick a reason and do an offer. And lots of people are doing birthday offers. I did one in December when it was my birthday, picked up quite a few new clients from that, so definitely worth doing. And it's a surefire way to bring in quick cash during quiet periods. If you need any help building your list, setting up your newsletter or your email marketing, consider signing up. I've got an email marketing masterclass, and you can find information at mmspark.com/training. That's a live workshop that's been recorded. And if you're not local, you can access the videos here, mmspark.com/list-building-masterclass. I'll put the links underneath the video as well. So if you're active and engaged with customers on Facebook, that's great. I'm not saying don't use Facebook, but if you're very, very busy, which most people seem to be, and you need sales quickly, use Facebook to get people on your list, and then you can market to them. More information on that at mmspark.com/build-a-mailing-list. And it's been proven that you get a much better response to a direct email than you do with social media, and there's just no two ways about that. One thing you can do, this is my last top tip, this is a really good one, you can use custom apps, which are these tabs that you get on your Facebook business page, and you can put your opt-in form there so people can join your mailing list without leaving Facebook. If you want to see an example, you can go to the Facebook page for Modern Marketing Spark, facebook.com/Modern Marketing Spark, and you can see the custom apps there. So are you building your list so you can mine your gold mine? If you are, jump over to the Facebook page and share your list building tips. I'd love to hear how you mine your gold mine. So it's facebook.com/Modern Marketing Spark. Just quickly in closing, I want to tell you about a couple of freebies and some information that's coming up. I've got a modern marketing guide, which is 12 social media tips that you can use today to build your business and find clients online. Very, very easy. Just hop over to mmspark.com/mmfreebie. You can download that guide immediately. Also got a number of webinars coming up, information webinars for small business owners at mmspark.com/webinars, and covering a range of topics around social media and online marketing. So thanks so much for listening. See you on the next video.